I'm just going to do it. We'll see what happens. I'm going to check your comments before I do that. I'm going to check your comments to see if there's maybe an idea you guys have. Because I think at the end of the day, welcome back to the Workbench, where we try to make things. And what I'm continuing to try to make right now is Revell's 1971 Mach 1 Mustang. And this is for the Blue Ox Model Shop Street Machine group build. We're still making progress, not as much progress between yesterday and today, but we do have some progress to show that I have to show you guys. And that's starting with the brake lines. So I'm finally getting the front brake lines in place. You can see them kind of hanging out right here. So we've got front brake line, and then that's the rear brake line. Those are all going to connect right down here into a proportioning valve. But what I wanted to show you guys is I did get, well, this brake line's really easy. It's just going to go down and then into the shock tower. I got this one in on the back side here that comes up and over the hoop, kind of follows the fuel line here, and then this actually keeps on going over to this shock tower. So that's, I mean, it's pretty simple, not a lot to it. Now it's just a matter of me of clipping these shorter, attaching the proportioning valve, and then the two little short runs that'll go right up here to the master cylinder, and that has that done. And the only other thing that we needed to do in the engine bay before we install the engine or the motor is we needed to attach this power cable coming out of the starter, which I'm going to leave long. And this is, I've been trying to, nope, it already came loose. I'm having trouble getting this connected down here. It's been more of a struggle than I really expected it to be. I figured I'd just glue it in there. But it's gonna just kind of hang out once it's glued in place, hang out like that. And then when I install the motor into the chassis, I can make the connection to the starter solenoid there. And then that'll, have that finished. And one other thing I've been really looking at is, so everything fits. It fits in there. It just fits really tight. And not quite, the motor doesn't sit quite as low as I would like it to in the chassis. And the only thing that's holding it back is the steering components here. So the steering, the front end parts here. Basically they hit, let me bring the motor back over. They hit here on, or, that's what makes contact are the headers onto specifically here and here. So I don't know, I'm contemplating, I do that a lot, and it's usually doesn't turn out to be a good idea. I'm wondering if I could take and just cut these. Let me come in closer so hopefully you guys can see. Cut here, on these steering knuckles here, just cut it here, and then over here, and then I'd probably have to cut it. See, I'm still trying to figure out how, basically I want to take this and just move it down, or move it, the way we're looking at it now, move it up, which would actually be down, but for these purposes, move it up. Up this way. I mean, just the slightest of bits, maybe half a millimeter, or maybe, just not even much. And then maybe I could just do some way, or maybe I can cut it. I'm trying to think. I'm thinking out loud right now. Maybe I can move the whole steering. This is the little steering box here. And then there's just a hinge point here, or whatever you call that. Can I break that loose? Which I think, yeah, that's just glued in place. So could I cut it? Could I cut it here and here? Move this. This would be easy. I could break it loose. Cut it here. This is formed. No, actually that's glued. I could probably break that loose there. Oh, this might be the way to do it. So can I just? Can I cut it? Actually, yeah. Can I cut it here, break these loose, move it all down or up half a millimeter, whatever it's going to be. But then what I need to do is I got to change the angles of our tie rods to meet this new point here, which these are molded into this cross member. So can I cut them free? I'll cut those free from the cross member, and then maybe just try to kind of bend them, up to meet these new points. But the problem is with these new points being here, these aren't going to be long enough, are they? And I can't exactly, you know, screw them out like you would a real tie rod, because it's going to be up here, so they're not going to make it. They're not going to actually, they won't actually be long enough. Man, I wish there was some way I could move this stuff out of the way a little bit, because it would just free up so much space. You know, it would free up so much space for the motor. Now, I mean, I could, you know, obviously I could go in and try to add, man, it would be, I wonder if I can, I might, just from bringing, I might just break this whole front if I can. Break this whole front end back loose, take it out, and do it that way, because I could, obviously I could add material here to make these tie rods longer if I could do that. But if I had just 0.5 millimeter, basically, let me show you guys what's going on here. Let me see if I can slide this in carefully here. And I'll show you what I'm looking at. Okay, so this is kind of how it'll sit. Now, that's actually come loose. So this is how it sits, right? Like this. Okay, and if we look at it from the side, you can see the motor sitting on an angle like so. You know, way too much of an angle. It needs to come down, and the motor should sit a little bit on an angle, but not that drastic. So if I push it like that, that's where it actually needs to be, and we can see how much gap. Maybe I don't know if you can see it in the light here. How much gap it put here, which is about 1 millimeter. Right when I push it down and break that loose. I just need about 1 millimeter, and then that looks good. And what I really love to do is to be able to get. Can you see? There's a gap here. In fact, let me use this wire right here. So in between this cross member, maybe get down here where you can see between this cross member and this and the oil pan, there's a gap. I wish I could have this mounted, the front end mounted where it needs to be, and then pull down and get rid of that. That's the gap I want to get rid of, which is about 1 millimeter. And that would bring the motor to where it needs to be. But as we can see, we can't do that because what's happening is it's hitting here and it's hitting here. If this steering stuff was in front of the cross member instead of behind, we wouldn't have any issues. That's why, from what the research, sorry, I'm thinking out loud here. Sorry, when I go silent, that's me. Or I'm thinking internally. Now I'm thinking out loud. That's why I've done some looking at these cars, and one of the first modifications that they go to in these cars is a rack and pinion, which is up here. You know, but then I mean that changes everything, because then we lose. I mean, that would be a huge deal. I think what I might do. I think this is what I think I'm going to do, guys. It just, as I'm thinking right now, I'm going to check your comments down below to see if you have an idea of how we can make this happen easier. But what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to break it loose. I'm going to break it loose here. Yeah, I'm going to have to cut it. Hold on, I'm still thinking. It's definitely here. This point, here. And then I might just try. You know what okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna break it loose here, I'm gonna cut it here and here. Can you guys see what I'm talking about? Cut it here and here, leaving the tie rods where they are. Basically just pop this out for now. Get this thing to sit down. See if it's going to sit down, because it might be hitting. Now it is just hitting. It's because it might actually be hitting on the tie rod here also. But if we move it all, so yeah. So I'm gonna break it loose here. I'm gonna cut it here. That makes sense. And I'm just going to do this evening. I'm just going to do it. If I goof it up, I goof it up. I can always go buy a second kit and replace this part. But and then I'm just going to make it work. So what's going to happen is this is going to be free. The steering. What is even this called? Please tell me, what is this called? It's the steering link, I guess. Basically, it's just linking the two the tie rods that are, you know, that the control arms. Why am I not control arms? The spindles. There we go. That the spindles connect to. You know, it's just a steering link. But if I can get that steering link down, up, out of the way, however you want to say it, and then that'll move the tie rod points up, out of the way, this motor should sit down. So I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to do it. We'll see what happens. I'm going to check your comments before I do that. I'm going to check your comments to see if there's maybe an idea you guys have. Because I think at the end of the day, I don't think the hood's going to close with this high as this. And I don't think I can get it to just squeeze tight enough. I want clearance. I want it to be where the hood just closes nicely. Things just fit. And the only thing that's keeping things from fitting really are the headers. But there's not much I can do for that because they have to come to there to match up with the exhaust. So I've got to move the steering stuff. I'm going to keep my language nice and family friendly. Get the steering stuff out of the way. So I'm just going to do that, and I'm just going to make it work. And I think I can make it work and still be if it was real, it would be functional. Now I don't know how well it would function. I don't know, but we're gonna make it work. That's all I know. If you have any ideas, let me know down in the comments. I'm gonna do that this evening. I'm gonna finish up the brake lines and all that. At least try to. And then when we come back tomorrow, we'll take a look at what I was able to get done with that. I appreciate you joining me today. Leave me those comments. Hit the like button. Subscribe. Ring the bell. Do all those things that you do on YouTube. And I'll see you tomorrow. Bye bye.